If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to f***ing kill me!
So as you guys may have guessed at this point, we are going to be checking out Hariyama today. Though this is not going to be a new card that came out in Brilliant Stars, I think Brilliant Stars actually fixes one of the key complaints I had about this card, if you remember back during my Fusion Strike set review. I think this card's damage output is just like 30 damage too low for me to actually want to commit to building around this. So as you may have guessed, Choice Belt, the new card from Brilliant Stars, is going to be that card that is going to hopefully fix one of Hariyama's biggest downsides that Ed had for the longest time. So Hariyama, if you're not familiar with this card, it caps out at 100 damage by default, though luckily it is a single strike Pokemon, so with single strike energy you can creep up to 120, sometimes 140 as well. I think that's your average sort of damage range you're going to be hitting in. You know, it's an okay amount of damage, but you have to 3-shot Pokemon VMAX, and that's just pretty much unacceptable. But Choice Belt hopefully is going to turn things around for this card today. But also the other big aspect of it is this ability. That's the whole reason we're even going to waste our time doing a video on this today. So if this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, we flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon is not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes 10. So we're trying to flip a lot of heads today, and hopefully this thing can never get knocked out and we can now do a decent amount of damage while we are tanking with this thing. And before we get any deeper in today's deck profile, if you guys can't remember to smack that like button to feed the always hungry YouTube algorithm. And if you need any cards to complete this Hariyama deck or any others, you can check out our friends over at PTCGO You can use that coupon code RARECANDY at checkout to get yourself a discount. And all of Rare Candy's patrons not only had early access to this deck list today, but also they have their own exclusive discount code for even bigger savings. But getting back into our Hariyama deck today, this is going to be kind of a single strike deck. Emphasis on the kinda part. As you can see, we are not playing the full 4 count of Houndoom, and that's really just because we only need really one Houndoom in play at a time, because with one single strike roar plus a twin energy, we can get this guy up and running no problem. But we do have plenty of other Pokemon we are running. As you can see, one of the other key Pokemon is going to be the 1/1 copy of Gorbis in the deck. So it says your opponent's Rapid Strike Pokemon in play have no abilities. And Inteleon is going to be a big thorn in our side because our opponent can, you know, attack us even if they don't knock us out. If we have 10 HP remaining, Inteleon can just pick off our Hariyamas, sort of nullifying our entire, you know, advantage that we have with a deck like this. So Gorbis, very, very important for those Inteleon-based decks. We, of course, also have a copy of Manaphy to protect our bench against things like Rapid Strike Urshifu and Jolteon. And the other tech Pokemon we have is going to be one copy of Yveltal. This is, you know, increasingly become a more popular tech card, but we're playing it for that Cry of Destruction attack. We discard up to 3 special energy from your opponent's Pokemon. So there's a lot of decks playing special energy right now, but this is especially good against things like Mew VMAX. Mew can not only resist our damage output, but also they can hit us for weakness with Mew V's attack and shuffle their Mew in to deny them from being knocked out and kind of heal that way. So Yveltal is going to be good at getting rid of those Fusion Strike energies, and it's going to make those sorts of plays a little bit more difficult for the Mew player throughout the course of a game. So that's why we are playing the Yveltal. But looking ahead to our trainer cards, as you can see, we are playing the 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass. I've gone back and forth with copies of Level Ball and Quick Ball in the deck, but I do like the Battle VIP Pass. We're a deck that does want a lot of basics in play turn 1, so that's why we are running this guy. Tower of Darkness is going to be our stadium of choice, but everything else is going to be pretty straightforward, I do have to say. But that's going to be the deck list we're going to be trying for Hariyama today. Let's jump in some games and hopefully we can flip heads. Alrighty, Leonardo here is going to call the coin flip. They got that dragon coin, so very curious what this is going to be. This would actually be hilarious if this was Garchomp versus Hariyama. Of course, Garchomp, a new card from Brilliant Stars that has kind of a similar style ability that can maybe have some invulnerability. So, dude, I really hope this is Garchomp. This would be such a sick matchup to have. So let's see. Moment of truth. Come on, opponent. Show me what you're playing. It's going to be Rayquaza. That would have been such a hilarious matchup. But okay, playing against Rayquaza, I actually think this is going to be pretty good for us, I have to say, because they have to discard their energy no matter if they get a knockout or not. And if we flip heads whenever they're discarding their energy, that's going to be good for us. And then Boltund, of course, and Lightning Pokemon are going to be weak to fighting. So on paper, as long as we can set up just kind of averagely, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Now, one thing I do not like, however, is unfortunately we have 2 Ordinary Rod we might have to research, and that's going to be bad. I'm almost tempted to Crobat this turn. Like, I'm tempted to dump the research and just try to Crobat for, and try to get a different supporter. This is where Lumineon could be good in the deck, but we're not going to be doing that. So let's see. We'll bench this. We don't know if Crobat is prized or not, so we might... I think we can safely lose 1. We're going to have to hold the research, because if we prize Crobat, we just kind of lose at that point. So we'll Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of Ordinary Rod. And I think it's kind of rough. We'll say Ultra Ball. I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. Alrighty. And okay, Crobat is in deck. But again, guys, I think that is the safe play since we didn't have any other ways to search our deck. So it looks like we did prize a Houndoom. We do need to take note of that. We prized a Makuhita. So again, very glad we did not get rid of both Ordinary Rods just now. So we'll get our Choice Belt down. Crobat for 4. Hopefully we can get a Marnie. That would be great. We get Battle VIP Pass. Hey, we will take it. So at that point, we'll just grab the Houndour and the Makuhita. Ooh, you know, we actually could set up our Gorbis. Gorbis actually would shut off Rayquaza's ability. I don't think we need Gorbis to win, but if we can get it set up at some point, that will be really big for us. So I think for the moment, I might even just do 2 Houndour, because if they target down the Houndour, we're not going to be able to get off an attack next turn. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to go for here. And if they do knock out Makuhita, we at least do have our other Ordinary Rod. But I'm fine holding on to this hand for the moment. We'll just click done. So very unfortunate we did not have a different draw supporter there. But again, we just could not afford to get rid of 2 Ordinary Rods turn 1 with a deck like this. So Training Court. It's good our opponent is at least putting down the first stadium. That's going to maybe ensure that, you know, we can win the stadium war in the end, because we don't play too many stadiums in this deck. Okay, a bunch of Rayquazas. So yeah, they're going all in with the Rays here, and you know, Gorbis is looking more enticing as this game is going on already. But there's the Electrify, so that's good. That is at least going to buy us a little bit of time here, guys. We need Twin Energy and a Houndoom. That's what we want to see. Single Strike Energy, that's okay, but not really what we want to see. Honestly, guys, I think I might even just preemptively attach. I really want to get value out of 1 Ordinary Rod. I don't. So I think I'm going to Ultra Ball. Get rid of these. We'll grab the Hariyama. So I'm going to evolve the active, because if they do, like if we do flip tails and they knock it out, we have the Ordinary Rod to get the whole evolution line back. So I think I'm content with this. And if they whiff the knockout, you know, we're already pretty close to attacking on the next turn. So we're just going to leave things at that. Pass over to our opponent here. Actually, like, wouldn't hate if they like bossed Crobat or something. Either way is fine. We have the Ordinary Rod to get either one back. So yeah, actually no, we would prefer them to deal with the active probably. And flip heads on our ability. That would be ideal. Because again, Rayquaza, not a very good attacker against our deck. There's the ball. So they are going to go for the Crobat. Alrighty, so that's at least... That's a boss down right out the gate here. Oh, pass over to us. Broken top deck. Oh my god. Okay, I'm cool with that. So yeah, let's just retreat this guy. And I think if we get a KO, this is worth losing our second Ordinary Rod. So let's actually do it, guys. Okay, and we do get there. So we'll evolve into our other Hariyama. We have our Gorbis, so let's see if we can get our... So we're going to bounce this. We're going to discard our Single Strike Energy. Hopefully we can get Clamperl. That would be fantastic here. We do not, but hey, that is still an okay way to start things off. We can knock out this Bolton V, grab 2 prize cards. So we'll get down another Makuhita and just go for the Hammer In. So feeling pretty good. Again, Rayquaza is an awful attacker against our deck, guys. I've said so many times. Houndoom, good prize, and Makuhita, another solid prize. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Being able to take that easy 2 prize knockout kind of makes me feel better about losing those 2 Ordinary Rods right out the gate here. So let's see what they're going to be able to get. There's going to be Palpad. Okay, so let's see what supports they're going to get. Boss, yeah, that seems like a good pick. And Rose. Interesting, okay. I'm actually curious why... Okay, they can choose how many energies they discard, so that actually kind of makes sense. So they just need 2 in order to potentially take a knockout. But if we flip heads, I mean, that's so good against a deck like this. Let's see. Hey, there we go. And the shenanigans begin, guys. Alrighty, so get down the Houndoom. Let's detach back here. Seems pretty good. We could Single Strike Roar, but that would knock us out. So I'm going to Single Strike Roar over to this homie on the bench. And I think I'm actually pretty content just holding on to this hand. I don't really want to use the Bruno. I don't want to get rid of another tower because I want to have another counter stadium. So I think we're cool just going for the 120 here. That is kind of a bad number to hit for. So what we are going to need... Let's see, how much are we doing with this? What, 120, 150? So we still have to go for a 3-shot because we didn't have a belt for this. So actually, maybe we should have tried to dig for the belt. That actually probably would have been good. So my bad there, guys. I think that actually might have been a slight misplay. Maybe we should have gone for the Bruno. Maybe I'm just getting greedy, trying to maximize the value we're getting off of it. But okay, so we do lose a Hariyama. That's fine. They still have to 2-shot a 1-prizer, which is... really solid. Okay, so what do we do here? Yeah, we'll definitely earn a Vitality. Absolutely. So we'll get down... I really want to Ultra Ball and get down a... whatchamacallit? Clamperl. I think we're going to have to go for... I think we're going to have to go for it after the Bruno because I really want to keep all the cards that we have here. So I'm going to really soften up this Rayquaza pretty heavily here. And yeah, we'll just go for the Bruno. Okay, pretty good. Hey, and we do get the Clamperl. That's actually pretty big. Our opponent's probably like, oh my god, what does Clamperl do? Like, if they don't know what the Gorbis does, they're going to be really bummed out. So, yeah, we'll just evolve into other Houndoom. We'll go ahead and attach to this little homie back. Well, I might even Single Strike Roar just to thin the deck a little bit. Just to keep our damage output high over here. We could attach... I guess we can. They could draw into boss, which feels bad. So I think I'm just going to... I'll attach just to... I'll attach, it's fine. So we could get rid of the urn with tower. Don't want to do that, though. So for the moment, just go for the hammer in, and we are going to soften up this guy pretty heavily. So doing 170 to the Rayquaza here. All right, so they're powering up Rayquaza on the bench. Okay, we're going to see them retreat. Hey, that's actually really good if they do have to attacks with this guy. We need a heads here, though. Okay, there's going to be a Crobat. So maybe they're thinking about going for a boss. I would actually be more than okay with that. I really want to get like full value out of these Hariyamas. Again, since our Ordinary Rods did get chucked right at the beginning of the game there. What you gonna do? They're probably thinking, man, do I really want to attack into this Hariyama? But again, I'm actually cool. I'm actually rooting for them to have boss's orders and try to pick off Crobat. That would be best case. Hey, there we go. I'm happy with that. More than okay with that. I don't mind hemorrhaging the prizes if that means we get to keep all of these resources we've invested into this Hariyama. Okay, so we'll do this. Do we tower away the tower? I think we do. I really want to hit another Hariyama here and make sure this is not an easy prize. So we'll get rid of the tower. Sure, we'll do that. We'll do this, and Marnie. We want Gorbis and Hariyama. At least Hariyama. I'm cool with them having the... Okay, that works. Perfect. I just don't want them to pick this off and lose a bunch of these energies and stuff. So yeah, we'll discard the 2 level balls. That works out. And we could get down the twin energy. I kind of want to give ourselves the options to attach it somewhere else if need be. So 170. Unfortunately, we are a little bit shy because we didn't try to dig for the belt that one turn. But even still, guys, I mean, their main attacker here is pretty beat up. Like, we're a boss away, basically, just from winning. We have not played a single boss yet, either. And we have how many? Let's see. We have plenty of urns left. I really don't want them to bump our tower, though. And, of course, they have it right after I say I don't want them to bump it. So, I'm pretty sure that's the last of our stadiums. And, yeah, our opponent is digging through their deck. We'll have loved to have found the Gorbis that turn. That would have been great. There's going to be Ultra Ball as well. Going for another VMAX. So they are really just digging through their deck. Maybe they're going to try to boss the Clamperl. That'd be interesting. I would actually be cool with that. Again, I want to save all of our resources here. But there's the Max Burst. Can we get heads? This will be big. And we do. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's amazing, guys. Alrighty, so I'm going to spread my energy around a little bit just in case of like some boss stall plays or something like that. So we'll do this. Can we get the Gorbis to add insult to injury as well? We do not, unfortunately. But hey, we're still in a fantastic spot. We have the boss for next turn, so I think we're going to be good to go over here, guys. So there is the KO on the Rayquaza, and now all we have to do is pull up a Crobat, and that will be all she wrote. So we get a Marnie, boss, and research. Okay. So we might see a Rose. I'm assuming if they're promoting this Rayquaza, they don't want to put the other one in harm's way. Makes sense. But honestly, I feel like we're in such a good position at this point. Even if like we got Marnied and lost this hand, I think we can just trade with the Rays. Potentially to close out this game here at this point. Yep, and there's going to be the Rose. So what are they going to toss away? Looks like a boss, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and a Pokegear. So those are good. Unfortunately, it's taken us forever to get our Gorbis. Ooh, but they have Crystal Cave. That's actually really annoying. Had they Marnied and Crystal Cave, I would have been super annoyed with that. Yeah, they're just plowing through their deck, but unfortunately, it's not going to save them because we have this boss to chase down. You know, Flaffy or Crobat, either one is just fine at this point. But we still don't get knocked out. Yeah, there's the victory screen. I don't blame my opponent. I would have had enough of this by the end of that game too. Okay, so we are going to lose the coin flip. I don't hate that though, especially like with decks that play VIP or Battle VIP Pass. You know, being able to play a supporter, potentially draw into those Battle VIP passes for a stronger turn 1 isn't that bad. So that is the upside here. Assuming they go first. You know, we don't know what they're playing, but I would imagine that's what they want to do here. That was almost a really good opening. Unfortunately, we do have to... I hate mulliganing with decks like this because we have to show like what nonsense they're about to have to face against. This is not a particularly great opening. Hopefully we can top deck Battle VIP Pass because I really don't want to get rid of this hand just yet. Or even Quick Ball. Ooh, Durant. Okay. I already know our strategy that we're going to go with here. We're going to go with Lone Houndoom because Houndoom actually can deal with Durant. Or maybe set up a second one in case of Yellhorn. But Durant's definitely a little bit annoying for us, especially because we don't play that much energy in our deck. So, of course, has the Devour attack. They can mill a card for each. Ugh, we cannot afford to get rid of 2 urns right out the gate. I think we're actually just going to boss. We're going to take this one nice and slow here. I really don't want to lose 2 urns. At the very least, I want them to hammer this energy off, and that way we can use this urn. I see they're playing the by barrel in the deck. Makes sense. I mean, Bird Keeper should have known. We can't boss again though, so that's nice. But yeah, I feel like I'm like a little bit more partial to the Cincino if I had my choice, but by barrel still does the job too. So they are going to get rid of a boss. Okay, that's good. I imagine they got it by barrel. I did not see what they grabbed there. We're probably going to boss again. I'm not going to lie, guys. Okay, and a password us. That is good. Ooh, but we have Marnie. So now, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think we're actually just going to Marnie. We want to try to get Houndoom here. Okay, that works. So... we'll get rid of Clamperl and Hariyama. Seems good. We'll keep the Makuhita just in case we want to pivot at some point. But yeah. So we have this, and with the second Single Strike energy, that is going to be enough to deal with these Durants. So even though we don't have a whole lot going on for our hand, we can kind of live off this hand for a few turns. So long as they don't use Yellhorn, that's where things could get dicey for us. So we're just going to go for the Darkness Fang, take the knockout on Durant. Luckily, our opponent has not had the most explosive start. Hey, we get a Bruno. Unfortunately, we're never going to be able to draw the full 7 here, but hey, we'll take it. Ornate Rod in hand is also pretty good for us because if they mill some Pokemon, we can at least get some back here. Palpad, probably get Boss Bird Keeper. I think there's the only 2 supporters. Oh, Roseanne's backup. Okay. So Roseanne's, that'll get them a tool. Special Energy Stadium, that definitely could be good. Okay, Peonia. So 3 cards, and they get to rearrange some stuff in their prizes. So maybe they had some Durant's prize. Maybe that's why it's... or maybe some energy. Maybe that's why it's taking them a minute to kind of get set up here. But right now, I mean, they're only threatening to discard 1 card from our deck, which we don't really care about. Again, the big card we want to avoid at all cost is Yellhorn, though. Okay, there's a second Durant. Okay, so they are going to mill 2, but we do have to watch out for Curse Shovel. That also is going to mill some more cards. Hey, we do get Marnie. Any other cards we want to see here? I don't want to refresh their hand, even though they do have the by barrel anyways. I think I'm cool hanging on to this for the moment. So we'll just go for the Darkness Fang, take the KO. Ooh, we lose. Oh, those are actually 2 bad prizes. So we lose Tower and the Single Strike energy. We just want to make sure that we don't lose urns. That's going to be the next card we need to try to preserve. I guess we actually, in theory, could single strike roar preemptively in case of hammers. Okay, another boss thing, discard, that is good. I am worried about an eventual boss stall play, especially since we just lost a tower. So I'm pretty committed to the lone Houndoom right now. Okay, there's going to be the Devour for 3, so they're starting to take off a little bit. Okay, so do we grab Houndoom out of deck? I don't think we do. I don't think we do unless we can grab Houndour at the same time, because those are the only Pokemon I think we really want to set up here. So yeah, we'll just go for another Darkness Fang. We'll just keep knocking them down. Twin Energy, okay. Okay, Rescue Carrier. We knew that was going to be coming at some point, guys. So they are going to get a Durant back. They do want to find a fourth one, though, because right now they're only discarding 3. But us getting rid of their energy every turn is also really solid. Ultra Ball, okay, so I imagine we'll either see another Durant. Oh, yeah, they've already got another Bibarel, so. There's going to be Manaphy. Interesting, maybe they're just going to research. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So, yeah, they are hunting for that fourth Durant. I imagine they'll find it here off of this research. Another Curse Shovels. Now Devour for 3. Okay, so very fortunate that we do have an Urn in there, so that is a little bit sketchy. Very fortunate they have not been finding their fourth Durant here, but nevertheless, let's just go for another Darkness Fang. We do have this Ordinary Rod, so that is going to allow us to put some cards back in deck. Hey, Single Strike Energy, that is a good card to get. We've not seen really any energy denial from them just yet, so that's, I guess, one thing I'm wondering about, if they are playing any hammers or Fan of Waves or anything like that. But those are going to be cards we have to potentially watch out for. But we've also not seen Yellhorn. Again, that's like the big card I'm really terrified of. But we just need 2 more attacks to win. So even if we do get confused, I think we can survive. I think we can survive that a little bit. And we still have half of our deck left, and we have an Ordinary Rod in hand. We don't have any in discard. There's gonna be another Peonia. I know they've been struggling to get that last Durant, so maybe that was hiding still there in the prizes. Okay, yeah, it looks like they finally found that. So Devour for 4. Let's see what they're going to get rid of. Ooh, I think they got rid of an Urn. That's bad. But honestly, guys, I think we're fine. Or no, they did not get rid of an Urn. Must have been an Ultra Ball or something. So I think we're just going to Ordinary Rod. We'll just put Houndoom back in deck just to thicken up the deck a little bit. And we get a victory screen. Yeah, so being able to start the Houndour there, just going the lone Houndoom route, definitely the way to go against the Durant deck. So guys, that is going to conclude our look here today at the Hariyama deck. I'm definitely happy this card got a buff with the new Brilliant Star set, though I do still wish its base damage output was like 20 higher, because you still need 2 Single Strike Roars if you want to get that nice 2-shot number against VMAXs. But luckily with V-Stars becoming more prominent, that only sort of helps Hariyama in the long run here. So if you guys are in the mood to flip some coins and make your opponent want to concede whenever you flip heads on this ability, Hariyama just might be the deck for you. But that's going to do it for today. Of course, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to take your support to the next level, you can of course become a patron at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or pick up some merch at rarecandytcg.com. Links to those will be down below in the description. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and feel free to check out the Garchomp video I recently posted if you want to see another single prize deck with an annoying walling ability like this.